Okay, I'm Roxanne Humbert, and I currently work for the West Virginia Higher Education Policy Commission. We have a statewide initiative for college completion called the West Virginia Remote Online Collaborative System, or WVROCS. And our goal with WVROCS is to get more people who already have some college graduated with what we call Regents Bachelor of Arts degree. So being a statewide initiative, we have faculty all over the state as well as students all over the state who take these courses. So we wanted some sort of uniformity in the courses. We wanted to make sure that every instructor was teaching the same course. A student on a regular campus, they can register for the instructor they want, but when they register for our courses, they have no idea what instructor they're getting. So it was very important for us to have consistency in our courses. So in exploring what we might use to develop our courses, we looked at several products and folks had been using things, and when we saw SoftChalk, we just really fell in love with it. And we fell in love with it for a couple of reasons. First, because it was very, very easy to learn and use. Two, it gave us a lot of flexibility. One of the things that we really love is the ability to create our own style for the templates, and so every one of our courses are customized. We'll take the course and, like for instance, we teach a course in politics and film, and so we've standardized the template to include graphics that would represent politics and film, and so we do that for all of our classes, and the students like that. They feel like it really gives the course a professional look. It gives the course an identity. And then another reason we really wanted SoftChalk is because we're growing much faster than we ever dreamed possible, and because of that we keep adding sections, and so with SoftChalk it's very easy to just add another section because the content's already there. And then SoftChalk allows us to really help meet one of the QM standards we had some trouble meeting at one point, and that's the student having lots of opportunities for self-assessment. And the built-in tools in SoftChalk that allow you to put in little self-checks for the student really helps that student be able to know where they are in the course, what they've gained, before they have any formal assessment where grades happen. We faced a couple of issues, and when the cloud came out, we thought, oh, we're going to embrace that. But it has nothing to do with the product, it has to do where we are. We haven't figured out what we're going to do about archiving courses, and so by having the information in the cloud, we had the issue of where are we going to, if we change it, we're changing old courses and then we're ruining the academic record. So currently we're still putting the content in the courses themselves, uploading it, which we love. We have the building block that goes with Blackboard, so that makes that very easy and seamless for us. When we do an assessment at the end of each course for students, and we focus on the design of the course as part of the assessment, and we always get feedback about how they like the consistency in our courses that SoftChalk offers them. They also like the print all feature, because with print all, we used to have that feature in our LMS and they did away with it, and there are students who just like the hard copy, and so SoftChalk allows them to have that hard copy if they want it. It's very, very easy for us to implement SoftChalk. We had a very small staff to begin with, and so we bought license for the two people who were helping to develop the courses, and we really taught ourselves SoftChalk. I mean, it was very, very easy to learn to use. And I'm sure there are features that maybe training would help us know about a little bit more, and we may get there. But then we hired another person to do just development for us. And what we really like is being this statewide organization and having our designers all over the state, we're able to house all of our content at SoftChalk Cloud, access it there, and any one of us can make the changes on the fly that we need to make. And we have a help desk situation set up where the student, if the student finds something in the content or the instructor finds something that needs to be changed, they can call the help desk. And then the help desk, an email will go out to all the designers, and then the first person who gets that, gets on top of things, responds to the log and says, I'm going to take care of this. They take care of it. It gets changed in all the courses, and very, very efficient, very efficient. It's interesting. There has been several, before I got involved with this project, there were grants that faculty were given to develop this. So I was handed CDs of courses that faculty had developed and that the state had invested money in. And so I was told to, use those courses. Well, you can imagine coming from all over the state, they all look different, and we wanted that consistency for students. It wasn't about the navigation, it was about the content. And so SoftChalk allowed us to take all these different things that we got and put them in some kind of standardized format in our courses. Well, I can't say enough about the staff. Every time you call, you get an immediate response. They call back, they walk you through it no matter how stupid your question is, and sometimes they are. They'll help you and make sure you get your problem resolved. And again, just having a product that there's support behind, there's a growing community of people out there. And I was just so impressed by our opening speech where she talked about how you listen to your customers and how you want to make sure that you add the features that the customers want, and I see that happening over and over and again. When we were first developing the classes, and as we get new grants in and develop new classes, I would send the piece of the SoftChalk documentation about the interactive activities that they could include, wanting the faculty member to say, this is the one I want to include here, this is the one that makes the most sense to include here, etc. Well, most of them did not do that, which was very disappointing because we feel that is so important for the students for their self-checks. So the designers, when they create the course, they put those in there and try to pick the one that's the most appropriate. And then again, when the students do their evals, 9 times out of 10, every semester, a student's going to say how they like the self-check, and they love the drag and drop, they love the sorting activity. So they even know what they're called and will tell us how much that helped them reinforce their learning, which is, that's what we want to do. Yeah. So before we actually purchased SoftChalk, we had developed 5 courses on the portal. And those courses weren't in SoftChalk, and then we started developing the new ones in SoftChalk. And so when faculty members who were teaching the older courses saw the courses in SoftChalk, why aren't my courses in that? I want my courses in there. They look so much more professional. And so we are now eventually migrating those older courses to be in SoftChalk. And again, because the students expect to see it in that, and our evaluations show us that the navigation and students' satisfaction with the courses are higher in the ones that have the SoftChalk than the ones that don't, because the navigation isn't as clear to them.